Ixchel. Ixchel. Ixchel.
Glad we cleared that up. Hey guys, Nightfall here, and the new Lancer is almost here, just a few more days, and I am so hyped for her abilities as they could really shake up the meta in this game. For starters, I know her name looks like it's pronounced Ixchel, but it's really Ixchel like we saw in the intro, so I don't want to hear any of you calling her Ixchel, got it? Because I will find you. Anyway, she has some pretty cool abilities that I want to showcase for you now, and then throw out some ideas on how I would first think to use her in a match. So let's get the easier abilities out of the way first. The first one I want to talk about is very similar to Serket's Sand Trap, and it's called Spear of the Pukul. Wait, hold on, dyslexia. Stop, back up. It's called Spear of Pukul. She throws her spear and it just sucks you, pause, hard stop, towards the middle of it, and also prevents you from recovering health and slows you down. I can definitely see this being used to stop a defuse in progress, or to check to see if anybody's around a corner, or just known camping spots. It's pretty quick and sudden and very jarring and disorienting for the enemy, so just make sure that you're ready when you're doing this. Also, the longer you hold the skill button, the more distance you can get on the throw, and she can chuck this thing pretty fucking far, as you can see from my test in the training rounds. The one issue I have with this ability is I wish it worked similar to Hurricane Cyclone in terms of how she can control the distance. You're going to have to be very precise and time up your throws very well with her current mechanic. I would just prefer to be able to have more control over where her spear lands, because if you hold it too long and then you go past the point where you want to throw it, you then have to swap off of her ability and try again, and it's just time consuming and could actually end up getting you killed. Or on the opposite, you just mistime it and the distance and it goes too far and it just goes way over where you needed it to go, and it's just a waste. So hopefully they can make that change pretty quickly, but her next ability puts her into a gladiator mode, as it's called Gladiator, which increases her rate of fire and reload speed temporarily. But the downside to this is that after the effect ends, you're unable to use any of your abilities for a short period of time, which is about 2 to 3 seconds. But that's okay, because you don't want to use these abilities by themselves. In fact, you kind of want to use them all together, especially when you combine in her final ability called Fight in a Cage. This ability summons a pretty sizable ring that you cannot shoot into or out of, and only Ixchel can use her abilities inside of this thing. Everyone else will have all abilities disabled, and for you Zephyr mains out there, here's yet another counter, because if you're already invis and you walk into this ring, your invisibility ends immediately. As somebody going up against Ixchel, you can attack the ring and make it end sooner, which can be pretty crucial if this is used for post-plant or planning protection. From my testing, you can shoot blasters over the wall of it from inside to the outside, and vice versa from outside to the inside. But I have to wonder how throwing abilities like Pathogen Poison or Corona Fireball would work inside of the ring from the outside. Since Zephyr loses invis as she walks into the ring, logically speaking, the Fireball and Poison Trap should just disappear, or you wouldn't be able to toss them inside of the ring while it was active. But we all know that they hate Zephyr, so you can 100% throw anything inside this ring from above. It's all about getting the right angle. Ixchel is definitely going to be a learning curve both playing her and playing against her, and the immediate combo that comes to mind is her and Chum sitting in her cage post-plant with a smoke and Chompers running wild. That is, if Chum doesn't get a nerf. And I'm sure there are going to be many more strats with her abilities once she's released to the masses. If you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed to the channel, because I'll have a ton of new videos coming out in the coming days, going over all the new stuff, the new Lancer, the new maps, and the new game modes, including the new Gear Up game mode that could just be the saving grace that FragPunk needs. But how do you think the new Lancer will be used? Do you plan on using her? Are you somebody who's looking for a new Lancer? Is your Lancer too underpowered or too trash, and you just can't stand using them anymore? Zephyr mains, I'm talking to you. What about potential strats for her? Let me know down in the comments if you think she's going to become the new meta, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.